Yo, this right here, this is the vindication that SNOWBREAK players wanted. For those of you that are unaware, and I've documented this in kind of, I guess, a semblance of a SNOWBREAK series where they were attacked, they were mass reported, they temporarily ceased operations and took the entire game offline. They spent months with no activity, no communication, and then they came back. And the version they came back with was censored. Now there were workarounds to de-censor the game to some extent, but that's not what we're here today to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the community in specific that was lashing out, or one of multiple communities that were lashing out, were a subset of the Love and Deep Space community. Now, this is not all Love and Deep Space players, but just like how there are sects of Hoyo players that are just absolutely hateful and angry and want the destruction of all their competitors, just like how there is a saying for the Woo-Wah community, the Star Rail, Zenless, Arknight, Zenfield, NTE, Tower of Fantasy. Every community has them. They're these weird freaks, these weirdos that want to destroy games that other people enjoy, just purely because it doesn't align with whatever weird narrative that they have and that they want. Those are the people that mass reported SNOWBREAK, at least to my knowledge. Now, Love and Deep Space receives massive backlash after they released the new 6th male protagonist. Looking at the image in question, there are 757,000 comments. That is 2/3 of a million, bro. What the hell? Almost 15 million views. This is actual genuine freaking insanity. Now, there is a summary that was supplied. On June 22nd, 2026, Love and Deep Space suddenly dropped its 6th male protagonist, Ao Yin. Now, I actually thought there were more characters in that, more guys in that, but apparently not. Apparently there were only 5 dudes up until that point. There were just, I guess, a significant number of like variations of them. But I mean, they decided to drop their 6th character with no story build-up. So Love and Deep Space is a very character narrative driven. So I don't know how much of like the actual narrative there is outside of each individual character and their connection and relationship with the protagonist, but this supposedly had no build up, and they're just like, yo, here's a dude she could bang, woo! So, I mean, naturally, for people that were as invested in the characters and the lore and the story and the history of everything, I mean, it stands to reason why they're upset. His Western-style werewolf character model clashed severely with the art style of the 5 existing male protagonists. I'm assuming here, since he's supposedly more Western-inspired, that means he probably had like a less Asian physique. Or now all the men in this game are like 6'5", like 200-pound slender gods, essentially. But maybe he had more masculine or less like effeminate facial features. That's what I'm gonna go out here and assume, triggering massive player backlash. The official response of spamming sorry only intensified the conflict. The comment section has accumulated nearly 600,000 negative comments, and this has rarely united fans of the other 5 protagonists in a joint protest. This is so bizarre. I didn't know that there were other sects of, or communities, or like subsects of, I don't even know how you'd classify this, characters, like affiliated communities where they hit each other against each other, and they hate the communities of the husbando lovers that aren't their specific husband. This is so weird, dude. But apparently that's a thing. Like, oh my god, why? This is weird. Incident core, new male protagonist controversy. On June 22nd, Love and Deep Space suddenly revealed a romanceable male protagonist, Ao Yin, via concept short, set as a 189 centimeter werewolf leader. So the dude's like, what, 6'4"? scheduled for July 9th. Customer service had previously denied plans for 6 protagonists. This abrupt drop with no story build-up was seen as a betrayal. Oh my god. Oh my god, the disconnect from reality that some people have to feel like they were betrayed because a new character was introduced into the game. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I just can't relate personally. It just feels weird to me, that kind of like, that level of, I don't know, disconnect from reality, where it's like in Wuwa, in Nikkei, in Arknights, new character comes out, dude or, you know, chick, cool. They look awesome. They look hot, handsome, powerful, whatever. I want to pull for them. I can't wrap my head around being like, oh, another character was released. It's a betrayal because it can only be one. Like, god damn, this is some Highlander bullshit, dude. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Reasons for a boycott. And I know Love and Deep Space players are going to latch onto this and they're going to come into the comment section, but Stix, you don't understand anything. I don't care. At this juncture, I don't even want to. Stix, you're just hating. No, I'm not. I'm just being honest. This is my opinion. This is so freaking retarded, but it's hilarious at the same time. And now this isn't to say that the game is bad. This isn't to say that, you know, it sucks for people. And this also isn't to say that you should dislike the game. I honestly don't care. I think everyone should love whatever games they want to love and should play whatever games they want to play. But at the same time, like, I think this is really stupid. Aesthetic clash. Aoyin's rugged Western model sharply contrasts with the refined East Asian style of existing male protagonists. Does he have some facial hair? Oh god, he probably has a mustache or something, doesn't he? Jesus. He mocked as a patchwork design, and his name sounds like a wolf howl. Aoyin. Aoyin. Okay, you know what? That's a stretch. That's a weird. That is weird. Yo, like, come on, that's weird. I get it. Ow. But come on. Okay. Unequal resources. Main stories of the 5 original protagonists have stalled. Sha Yizhou, 500 plus days, no update, yet the new protagonist received a full promotional package. Players call it a double standard, so they're not updating the other protagonists or giving them additional stories. Worse gacha, with 6 protagonists in mixed pulls, pull probability for a favorite dropped from 20% to 16.7%, scheduling concerns for future cards. Oh my god, if only they had better gacha rates! This is one of the things that all my Love and Deep Space content creator friends have complained about, that gacha is atrocious, which is why the game earns so much money. And honestly, they really just should improve it. There really needs to be like a gacha game like Love and Deep Space that can compete with it. There are so many like husbando gacha games out there now that just don't, that just aren't nearly even like remotely close to being as high quality as this game is. They need to fix that and take Love and Deep Space's space. Story conflict. Aoyin is the core leader of the villainous, oh god, he's a bad boy. Whoa. The villainous Ever group that has harmed all existing protagonists. Oh, he beat up each of the main characters. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So he made them feel inferior. He asserted his superiority over them. And now you get that guy. You get the alpha male, not the beta cucks that are you're in relationships with now. And I'm sorry. I know I offended some Love and Deep Space players by referring to them as such, but I can't help it. This dude's apparently an absolute freaking badass. Players reject romancing someone who hurt them. Some of the well, from a Western perspective, some of the most like sought after romantic interests in television have been villains. Like, y'all remember Buffy with Spike? Y'all know more recently the Vampire Diaries with Damon, or the originals with Klaus, or like there are so many villains that are bad boys that are just highly sought after. I don't understand. Well, you know, okay. Moving on, official response and backlash. This is going to be interesting. The officials ignored core issues. The model, the gacha, the build. Oh my god, so they're not even listening. They're just like, we don't even care. You want to know why? Because y'all are going to spend money on it anyway. Right? And they just kept spamming, sorry, while pushing lines like, look at his bright eyes. They also declared all protagonists are heterosexual for the first time, seen as deflection. Huh? Was that even an issue? Was that even up for discussion? Did anyone look at those dudes and be like, yeah, they are totally in love with one another. You can only play as a woman. They all love you. What? Why was that a necessary admission? Player reaction. Seen as force-fed promotion and an ineffective apology, veterans noted that when all protagonists faced rumors, the company stayed silent, but now frantically defended the newcomer, highlighting a double standard. Many Chinese female players hate wolves, they hate bears type characters because they think the characters look gay. Oh, they don't want to attract those players, male players, and they all. This isn't real, right? This isn't real, right? They want a female focus only. Look, the gacha games that I like, my favorites: Nikkei, Arknights, Wuwa, Arknights, Enfield, NTE, Chaos Zero, Nightmares, Snowbreak, Brown Dust 2, Guardian Tales. I like so many. I don't care as long as the characters that are introduced into the game are appealing to me. I don't care who you are, what you look like, what you identify as, or what your sexuality is. This right here is so dumb. Oh my god. But over 600,000 negative comments. This right here, this is karma. This is what you get. Oh man, sweet, sweet, juicy, juicy karma. Now what does the guy actually, oh my god. Reference the character in the Chinese figs on the right. Is that the figs they want? Or is that the figs they gave? Because, I'm gonna be real with you guys, the girl, or not the girl, whoops. The guy on the right looks a little girlier than the guy on the left. I understand why they think he looks more Western. He actually has like a more chiseled square jaw. But that is, wow, that is it. That is what happens when you foster this specific type of community. It eventually catches up. And honestly, it's kind of deserved. Y'all need to do better. Support your players and fix the goddamn gacha. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.